Okay, so you finished problem 3. You made a nice plate. Now let's compare problem 3 and problem 4. I'll just kind of squish it over here and side by side them up on the screen. Oh, I went too far. Sorry. There we go. And if we look at problem 4, we can clearly see it looks a lot like the problems that we've solved so far. It looks like the plates we've been doing. It has a nice profile, and it has a hole in it. A couple of new things. It has an angle here and an angle here. I'll show you how to measure angles with the Smart Dimension tool in this video. But the new thing that's going on here is this has a area in the middle where there's nothing in there. It's a cut, as we'd call it. Some material has been cut and removed away. Because if we drew the front profile and extruded it all the way through this way, it would be a nice solid. But now we have a cut in there. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to proceed as normal. We're going to draw the profile and this hole, and we're going to extrude the whole thing 1.5. I think that's the depth of the part, 1.5 here along this edge. And all of these thicknesses, these walls around, they're 0.25 thick. So that's what that's telling us with these notes up here in the right-hand corner. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's see what happens. So to get started, we'll click on the Solid Edge logo. We'll click on New, and we'll click on Inch Part, and click OK. So here we are. We have a new model started. We'll go up to the ribbon and click on Tools, and then we'll click on Order Drawing Mode. And there we go. We're ready to draw. So I'm going to click Sketch, and I'm going to pick the front view or the front plane, and I'm going to start drawing. And I'm going to draw a different kind of a way this way. I'm just going to freehand the part with the line command. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to draw up, and I'm going to say, that looks like about 1.5 inches, over, up, over, down a lot. Maybe I'll line that up with that, and then pull that over there. Now what I'm going to do after the fact is I'm going to go dimension it. And none of the dimensions are going to be accurate, so I'm going to try making this 3.62 and see what happens. That looks pretty good. I'm going to do an angle now. I'm going to pick this angle in the corner here, which is 60 degrees. I'll do Dimension, Smart Dimension, and I'll click on this line, and I'll click on this line. Oops. Let's try that again. Dimension, Smart Dimension. Click on this line, and click on this line. Try that again. Dimension, click on this line and this line. And then I want to come up here and click on the angle dimension. I don't know why it was generating that error. That's kind of a strange thing. So make that 60. I'll put this angle in on the top up here. I'll go. There's also one specifically for angle between, so I can click on this line, and that'll do just the angle. And this is going to be, I think, 30 degrees from the print. Now I've got to put in the rest of the dimensions here. So dimension, this is going to be 0.75. Dimension top to bottom. It's going to be 2. And then dimension from this point to this point is going to be 1.63. So that looks like our part. And the thing of it is that I didn't put any dimensions in at the beginning. I just went and freehanded it, made it an ish, about the length of that, and then put the dimensions in afterwards. So you can draw that way too. And the reason I show you that is because you might want to invent something one day, and you just might want to get the shape out there, but not fuss over the dimensions right away. So I accidentally closed the sketch, and I'm going to open the sketch back up. I'm going to click on click cancel, click on the sketch, click on the edit profile, and that will open up the sketch again. And I need to put the hole in there. So let's put the hole in. So the hole is going to be a diameter of 0.75. 0.75. And then I have to locate that hole. And that's going to be here to here. That dimension from the bottom is going to be 1. And then 1.5 from the left. So there is our part. Looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and extrude it. So I'm closing the sketch, clicking finish. I'm going to click Control I for isometric view, or hit Control I, and I'm going to hit solid extrude. And I'm going to pick the profile and extrude it out. So there you go. And it's going to go 1.5 is going to be our distance, and I'll click. So there's our part right there. But now I need to make the cut in the middle. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to make a new sketch, and I'm going to put the sketch on the very top of the part. So watch, I'm going to hit sketch, and I'm going to click this flat area right here. And so now I have a sketch plane. Let me go to isometric view here, and you can see it. I have a sketch plane on the top, very top of the part. See that? So I'm going to go back to the top view. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. And I want to do rectangle by 2 points. You'll notice if I click on the arrow, it gives me the option to pick rectangle by 2 points. And I'm going to click here, here, there we go. Now I'm going to go dimension, smart dimension. I'm going to go between here and here. And we know the thickness all the way around is 0.25. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to dimension this rectangle 0.25 from the edge all the way around. And this is one of the nice things about Solid Edge is you don't have to project the underlying geometry. You can dimension right to the lines even though they're not part of the sketch. In other CAD packages, you have to project the geometry if you want to do something like this. But I don't know. I kind of like this. This is nice. So there we go. 0.25. So let's look at it in isometric view here just so you can see what it is. You can see that we have a rectangle in space on a plane right above the part. Now I'm going to hit close the sketch. So you can see my rectangle up there ready to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this rectangle into the part. So I'm going to do solids, and next to extrude is a cut. What would you like to cut? I don't want to cut a coincident plane. I want to select from sketch. I want it to be this sketch right here. Click the green checkbox, and I'm going to pull it down. Look at that. Look at that. So now the question is, how far do you pull it down? Anyway, I'll let you work that part out by looking at the print. There's a little math involved there. But overall, that's the concept of how to make that cut from the top there. So you make a new sketch, and you use that to cut down. And also, anywhere you have a flat area, like I want to make another sketch on the front, no problem. I'm sketching on the front. I'm going to draw a circle. I could put a new circle there, close sketch, and then I could cut that circle through. So if I were free designing something and I needed a hole for something, like maybe I'm working on a robot part, no problem. After the fact, I can always go through and I can cut more holes. And if you look at these little options here, I can click through all, and that will cut through, oops, sorry, got to pick the arrow of the direction I want to go. That'll cut through all the material. So that is how you do problem number 4 with a bonus hole at the end. I'll hit Control Z and get rid of that so you don't see it. As always, you'll take your mouse, go up to the Solid Edge logo, click Save As, call this part number 4, and you'll save it in your folder and upload that part to Moodle.